Good morning. This is Anthony, the True Farmer, and this is how dragon fruit are grown in Tucson, Arizona. This is the method of the container with a trellis built in it. It has two support poles crisscrossed in the bottom, 10 to 8 inches from the top to bottom, 2.5 to 3 inches from the bottom, and then you just go 8 inches from the bottom to the next one and you get that. Sometimes you can go a little higher, however you want to go. It's up to you. Preferably you can cut your 4-foot pipe, your 5-foot pipe 5 feet, or you can do it 6 feet. You're just gonna have to buy more pipe. You can get 2 out of one 10-foot piece, so I do it that way. Put a hard cap on the end, and then put rebar. I'm gonna get rid of these tires and I'm gonna show you guys how to crisscross rebar and put the garden hose through that next time on my next video, and do a square box instead of the circle. It'll be 10 times or 100 times stronger than this rubber tires, and it'll last you for as long as the wire wrapped around the corners of the rebar hold too. So this is how I grow dragon fruit in Tucson, Arizona. Today we're going to be covering them. They got hit with a cold winter rainstorm last night. This is hopefully the last rainstorm today, so we're going to cover up this evening. I'm going to go buy some woods, and I already got the sheeting to put it up. But this is how dragon fruit are grown in Tucson, Arizona. And right here we're going to show you I have a few examples of how it's done and how we transplant. Dragon fruit are easily grown. The piece I'm going to show you came off of this Halocereus Peruvius right there, that red variety, and it broke off in the last big storm we had in the beginning of the year. So this is the guy. This is a very nice, thick, healthy cutting. Very thick. He'll go in one of these containers like these guys. These guys are nice and thick also. You see the thickness on that guy, on this guy. These ones they fell over from just being so wet in the pot with the other guys. I said, well, let's transplant it. So this is the Halocereus Peruvius. Very beautiful cutting. And now we're going to demonstrate. I just pulled it out of the dirt with the little shovel. I got all the whole root bundle. I'm not going to mess with it. The only reason I shook the dirt off the last root, I'm sorry, is because it was in a container that had some really poor soil and it just needed to be transplanted. And that was the only way I can get that guy done like that. So let's see how I can keep this going for you guys. I'm gonna put soil up to right here, okay? And then see where it fits, and put that flush with the soil right here. Give it about 1.5 inches so you can give it enough water when it's sufficient enough to water. You'll be checking your plant like this once you have it filled up with soil every week, because it'll last about a week in your container, moist. These plants are resilient. They store a lot of water in their body. They're same as a cactus. Insides are just like a sponge, absorb all that water, and then takes a fraction of that water for them to, they can build that fruit and still survive and live off the aerial roots and pull moisture from the air with these aerial roots. When these plants get too far from the ground, they lose contact with the ground, so they start feeding off the air. They'll feed off the moisture in the air and continue to thrive. These are resilient plants. They're very important to life, and I believe in them for the health and the consistency of mankind. That's about right. It's important to press down and compact the soil really good and get this guy nice and comfortable where he's gonna stay. He'll be strong enough to keep growing as long as you keep an eye on him. Make sure you water the guy, keep him healthy, and that's all they ask. This guy's gonna end up being a real nice, healthy buddy. Right there. This, in a little while we'll put a stick on him, complete him. He'll be ready for January on one of these. We'll have another 25 or 30 of these containers made by January. Half of these guys, they're just cousins. They got more cousins coming in soon. This is Anthony the True Farmer. This is how dragon fruit are grown and transplanted in Tucson, Arizona. Keep dragon fruiting. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so you'll be the first to see my video.